welcome to Getting Started with Golang hands-on. And in today's session, I'll just show you how to install a VM. So how is it related? For any development environment, couple of things are very handy. One thing is having a VM so that uh, you can independently experiment with it. It won't affect your existing machine or your existing box. So, and the second thing is the playing around with GitHub account and using that. So that's also pretty helpful. So that I'll be covering in another video, but today we'll see how to install a VirtualBox. I'm using a Mac, and on top of it I'll install this VirtualBox, and then I'll be using a VM, Ubuntu based VM. So we'll see how to install Ubuntu based VM. So one can download the VirtualBox software depending upon the platform from this website. I already have it downloaded. Should be straightforward, so I'm not showing it again how to download and install. I think that should be straightforward. So I'll come to the next step. So basically, once we install it, and then we come to this Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. There we can click on the new, and we can give it a name to whatever the new VM which we are going to install. And you can pick which kind of operating system you want to install. So here we'll be picking Linux, and I'm going to install a Ubuntu box 64-bit, and as you can see there are a lot more options available, but currently we'll go ahead with it. Okay, so now what kind of memory we'll be giving for this VM? So if we quickly go to the Ubuntu page, right? And so this is the version which I'll be installing on the VM. So this LTS is long-term support, so that's why I'm picking it. So it will be stable for the longer version. Means any issues and all, they'll keep on fixing for a longer duration rather than other releases. And if you see, they have recommended some recommended settings they have. So I'll just pick them. And here it's mentioned the 4 GB system memory. So by default it's showing it as 1 GB, which is 1024 MB. So I'll increase it to 4 GB, which is 4096, and I'll continue. And the other option I'm not disturbing much, I'm just picking and I'm continuing. And all these options I'm just continuing, I'm not digging deep, continuing. And then it'll ask how much disk space, and here again if you see, it's the recommended is 25 GB. Currently it's 10 GB, so I'll make it 25. Yeah, around 25. And then I'll click on create, and it'll create. So I gave the name Golang. And then the next step, what we need to do, we just need to, currently shows powered off, so I'll just select this option and I'll click the start. And within this when you click on the start, you need to pick an image, and I already downloaded this image, which you can also download from this link. If you click the download, yeah, you can download this. I have already downloaded it. So what we need to do, we need to just point to that image which we are planning to install on the VM, and I've just selected it, and I'll say start. And if you see, okay, VirtualBox, this doesn't seem good, so I'll just scaled mode. Scaled mode is much more cleaner actually, so that I just selected, so that at least it will be a little bigger. And some options it's showing, but I don't care about them much. I'll just closing that options, and this will install a standard Ubuntu. So as you go in and install a Ubuntu on any standard system, right, so it will prompt to the same thing. And what we are seeing, it's installing Ubuntu, and it will follow the same step. You want to try Ubuntu or you want to install Ubuntu, so I'll select install Ubuntu. And the standard, whatever language you would prefer, you can select it. So these are the standard Ubuntu installation step. Normal installation, and so whatever the default options are selected, I'm continuing ahead with them. And yeah, this is also the default option, and I'm just saying install now. And it's showing it's some warning because it will erase the disk and install, but all those things are fine. I'll just say continue, and we'll see what's going on. The time zone, mine is India, so I'll pick India, and I'll go ahead continue. My name, I'll just give it the name as Golang, and the system will be called Golang VirtualBox. So any password we can pick. Yeah, I'm just picking some random password. One sec. Okay, and I'll say continue. And after this, it's a copy installation. So I'll just pause the video here, and we'll get back once we see basically once we see that once installation is done. So these are standard steps for installing Ubuntu actually. So I'll just pause the video. Okay, yeah, it says installation is done, restart now. So we'll go ahead and restart it. And yep, it's okay. I need to press remove the installer, then press enter. It's asking me to press enter, and now it's rebooting. And showing some message, blah blah blah, but not that. I think we should not need to bother about that for now. And yeah, this is the user, and I'll just try to enter using the password which I set, and I'm here. Okay, it's taking a little bit of time, but yeah, it'll come. So before we proceed further, so yeah, this is the Ubuntu, and I'll just open some terminal, and here it's a terminal, and I'll see what is the IP address. So IP address is not installed. Oh, sorry, the if config is not installed. So I'll just get, so it's asking me to install this guy, net-tools. I'll just install it because I need that if config thing to show you guys something. Okay, sudo apt, okay, install. Okay, I think I'm using some older command option. Yeah. Okay, so once we get this VirtualBox up, right, so there are a couple of things which at least I use very frequently and which are important doing. So a couple of things, one doing SSH and second doing the SCP thing. And for doing that, we'll just set up the stuff. So one thing we see, okay, the IP address for this guy is this 10, and this is the private IP address corresponding to it, and so we'll be needing it. So that's why I'm just noting it down. Okay, this is one thing. The other thing, the SSH daemon should be up, which is, and for that I'll just, and how to do that, for that this link, I'll paste all these links below the description. But what we need to do first, the SSH server should be up. So what I will do, I'll just run these command. Sudo apt update will just update the repositories and its corresponding information so that we can download any of the respective repositories. and sudo apt install. What was the command? Here you see the command is sudo apt install Open Ssh server. That's it. I'll just say yes, go and install it. Why are we doing this? Because we want to do SSH from our laptop to this VM. SSH and SCP both are very handy. Okay, so and once you install this Open SSH server, by default uh, it also brings up the SSH daemon, so and that you can check using couple of commands. I'll just grep for SSD and it's up. So there is another way which the link points out. You can see you can query the status of SSH, and that is another way of seeing whether the SSH daemon is up. Okay, from the VM side we are good. And now what we want to do, so we need to do some configuration for which will allow us to, we should be able to do the SSH to this new box. Okay, and what is that? I'll just go to the settings, I'll go to network, I'll go advanced, I'll set the port forwarding thing, and within I'll add a new entry, the rule one. I'll say SSH, the host IP is the local host, the host port you can give some free port on the laptop. Generally 2000, nearby 2000 works well, but some port if it's already occupied that might not work. So 2000 and 2200 is worked for me. And the guest IP, we would be needing IP here, and which we saw in the earlier command, the IP here 10.0.2.15, that would be needing 10.0.2.15, and guest port you can give something. No, SSH port is 22 only, so we need to give 22 only. Okay, so basically what we are saying, from our laptop whatever we'll be reading or writing to this IP and this port, so that will communicate to the our VM on this IP and this port. It's basically port forwarding, so they are basically, they'll behave as the same port. Okay, so now it's done. Now just I'll try to log in, and I'll see whether it's possible or not. I have taken a note of the command, so I'll just copy the command and okay, SSH or SCP. Okay, I'll show you both, but currently let me just try this. For SSH actually it should be small p, and rest of the stuff seems fine. The username is Golang, the IP is this, and we want the port details is this. Okay, host key verification full, I think so. It's already added. It was already added earlier, and the key was, security key was different, so it's not matching. That's why it's getting confused. So what I will do, I'll just remove the entries. Sorry, I'll just remove those entries. And it's asking for my password, that's fine. And again I'll try to reconnect. Then you want to connect it, yes we want to, and whatever the, for Golang user, whatever password you give, right, you need to type that. Yes, and you're here. Okay, Golang and VirtualBox, and if you see, it's the same thing and the same IP and other stuff. So you can access that VM box either using here, and I find it this much more handy than directly accessing it via. I don't feel this that handy. And at the end, what we need, we basically we want to log in there and we want to do some programming. So I found this much better way. The another thing I want to show is the SCP command. That is also very handy. So what I'll do, I'll just create one. Okay, I should come back first. The SCP. Okay, so this is the directory home Golang. This is in the VM. And anything do we have here? No. I'll just show how we can transfer file using SCP within from your laptop or box or whatever to the VM. So that we'll try that out. So I just disconnected the SSH connection and I have this hello.txt file in my current folder, my laptop, and I want to send it to the VM. And for that as well, the command, actually I already have it, but I can retype it as well. SCP, it will be capital P, remember. The port was 2200 and the username was Golang, and we want to put localhost, which is this IP address. Okay, and what we want to do, home go lang. Okay, so we want to send a file, right, using SCP, and the file name is hello.txt. So we are trying to do that. It will again ask the password which you set for the Golang user. You should remember it, and it says it transferred. Now I'll quickly do the SSH and I'll try to see whether the file which I have sent is available there or not. And yep, it's there, you can see, and it must be pretty recent because just now we received it. Okay, so quick recap. So what all the stuff we learned as part of this video. So the first thing, okay, yeah. So we using the Oracle VirtualBox software, we need to download and install it. Using that, we created one VM, which is basically the Ubuntu based image. The respective image you need to beforehand download and keep it somewhere, because once you that you'd be needing it. And whatever recommendations were suggested for the Ubuntu image, we configured the memory and the drive space according to that, so to have better functionality. And then after getting the VM, what we did, we set the port for forwarding instructions. That was basically to connect via SSH, because the direct interface I didn't find at least that much user friendly, and doing SSH and SCP I was much more comfortable using the VM and doing any programming exercises there. So, and using that we were able to do the SSH and SCP. Those were the pretty important, some basic important operations which we generally do. So so that was it. If any comments or queries, please post your comments, and I'll definitely try to respond to them. Okay, thanks a lot, and I think I'll just stop the video, and yeah.